Hey everyone, how's it going? It's 7:45 in the evening on September 3rd, 2010. Happy Friday. Hope everyone's week went well. In my last video, I talked about moving to Los Angeles, also that I'm going to be starting a new relationship. And with that comes the first kind of trans concerns, gender problems, dysphoria that I've really experienced in since I moved to San Francisco in November of '08. And being trans, when I first started, I was dysphoric about my chest, which I not yet had surgery. I was dysphoric about the way I looked, my social position. I was uncomfortable around males that were not trans, or even just cisgender people in general. Like, oh, they have everything they want in their body, and their body is right. They must be so comfortable themselves. I was so jealous and so just kind of put off. But then I realized everyone, even cisgender people, have their body issues, and they can be crippling. Maybe not in the same way, but I've gotten past the binding issues and these social things for the most part, but the area I'm really dealing with, the trans issue, the gender issue, is where sex is involved. I don't really get it around the peeing standing up anymore. It's not a problem. My penis is not what I want it to be. And I've realized in having these penis issues that every guy, whether they're trans or not, has penis issues. And it's a psychological thing. The size of your penis does not make you a man, it's not who you are. So many men, it's ingrained to them culturally that they are their penis and they don't have much identity beyond that. It's really hard for them because all men have psychological issues surrounding their penis, whether it's too big, whether it will perform well for their partner, whether it's adequate in bed, what it looks like. Men have qualms. I'm talking about non-trans men here. Have qualms about how their junk looks, how they might perform in bed with their lady or with their man. These psychological issues, impotence, all these things. These things really can get to a man. All guys have penis issues. Guys that are born male but that aren't trans, have small penises too, and they have to deal with stuff. And maybe sex isn't what they would like it to be. And maybe guys with huge penises, don't even know what to do with it, or have a hard time keeping it fully erect. And everyone has these huge issues, or maybe they hurt their partner because their member is so huge. But actually, on a side note, most women I have slept with or been sexual with have actually told me they prefer smaller penises. That's a good thing for me because I am smaller and I have a lot of anxiety about that. I feel bad about the other things going on, but I realize like all guys feel weird about their penis in some way, whether they show it or not, whether they're big, whether they're small. And so it's just like a guy issue that we trans guys have to deal with. It just, yeah, we got a little more going on, but we just have to kind of accept our penises as they are. And, we're kind of lucky in that way that we're male and it doesn't take, a penis to define us. There's so much more to our maleness, our masculinity, our male gender than just having a penis. And of course, it is part of it. That's why it causes us dysphoria because no, the penis does not make the man, but it is part of a man. And, you can be trans identified and not want a penis, not whatever, but it's just this male thing. That's why it causes so much dysphoria because we are not like, all other men. And sometimes you just have to let that go. And I know this is going to be a hard issue for me to deal with. I know just being sexual is going to bring up a lot of stuff. Or, well, being sexual in a very intimate way where it's not just kind of like, hook up, see you later, where, we're going to be intimately together with our bodies. And it's going to make me feel, I already know, I'm already getting anxious about it. And that's really the only issue I have to deal with now at this stage in my transition. It's just really feeling inadequate for her, not being able to maybe have sex in all the positions I want, because I'm limited by my size. Sometimes I feel just humiliated, embarrassed, whatever. Like there's some kind of shortcoming of mine that I don't ejaculate and that a woman is expecting that. But many women are actually thrilled because they're like, I don't have to worry about getting pregnant with you, which, no. Saying, but basically, my point is when I choose to have kids, it's like a thing I choose because, it will be something we consciously do, not just, oops, oh, you're pregnant. Now we have this huge mess to deal with, So all guys deal with penis issues. All guys have to learn to go about it in a healthy way, develop a healthy way of looking at themselves, at their genitals, at their body, and they have to develop a healthy respect for their partner and just learn to define themselves by more than their penis because no one's penis is ideal, no one's vagina is ideal, or to what they think it's supposed to be. And I think guys, it causes them a lot of anxiety. Growing up, it's always, about the size, about how much pussy they get, or, whatever. And it's just a lot of these issues around having a penis, and the penis doesn't make you a man. A lot of trans guys say they don't feel complete without it, and I understand that, and a lot don't want surgery, and I understand that too, because you can be a man without a penis, and that's fine. That's not what being a man is, but I can understand on the same side why a lot of people feel uncomfortable. My main thing is I just can't express myself physically in the way I see it in my head, and I mean in a sexual manner, and that really bothers me. Like that's the one mind body disconnect I still feel because of the size and whatnot. I'm limited in what I can do, but I kind of have likened it to maybe being blind or deaf or having some kind of other kind of impairment. Not that whatever. I don't want to get into PC terms here, but meaning when one thing is lacking, you develop other things, and I've never really, well, I've never had a complaint in bed from a woman. I'm very attentive, and I like to think of myself as a good lover. And there's more to sex. There's more to just a lot of things than just penis and vagina sex. There's a lot to do, and I kind of developed those other senses more. Along with the whole, all guys having penis issues thing. I was reading this article about how most men who get penis enlargement are unhappy with the penis operations, and they, wanted to go back for more because in general the operations only added a half inch in the end, and they found like it just didn't do for them what they thought. They thought, suddenly having this bigger dick would really help, and it's like I was talking about it with one of my trans guy friends, and it's like, really, does that half inch really define you? Wouldn't you rather have other pursuits in your life and happy, stable relationships and, I don't know, just things you're into and pursue that are just more than a half inch of flesh hanging between your legs? It just seems like I'm kind of glad well, I am glad for this trans experience because it just seems so silly to me to get, I don't know, like an operation to add half an inch to your dick. It's like we have to deal with this whole F to M lower genital surgery, and it's like most of us don't even end up with an adult male-sized penis, and these guys think a half inch of dick is really gonna just make them more secure and confident. No, being in touch with yourself and having emotions and realizing there's more to yourself and more to you as a man and more to masculinity than just a dick. And it really puts a lot of pressure on guys, I think, especially born male, because we're trans. We have to deal with that issue and have to develop our maleness besides that. And I've had multiple women tell me they think trans men are more manly or more masculine because our strong sense of our male gender without, those 3 inches of flesh hanging between our legs. It's not what defines us, like there's many other things that define me as a man. I like to skate. I play lots of music. I don't know if you can see the P bass. Woo, P bass, guitars. There's just so much more to who I am as a male, and there's so much more to who I am as a male, who I am as a person. The article basically just stated these guys that got the half inch, sorry, that's gonna drive me crazy. So, there's more to us as males, and, adding a half inch of flesh is not going to do much. And the article stated, these men went back for more surgery, and it just was like, in the end, it's a psychological issue. They need more psychological counseling than they do a penis. It used to be something I wanted, like, right this second, and, seeing other people have these terrible complications and just not being really what I want right now or what I want to put my body through. I'm fine with what I have, but I do know that being intimate again is going to cause some problems, but I also feel so comfortable with myself at this point that I'm able to bring these issues up with my girlfriend and not feel humiliated, and she likes me for more than my dick. Obviously it's not just my penis that she's attracted to, there's a person there. I also feel like I'm at this more mature stage where I won't shut down and won't get angry and have these huge dysphoric freakouts, where like during sex I would just withdraw, and then what is your partner supposed to think? Of course she thinks it's her, she did something, and then I don't want to do that. I want to be more open, and I'm more comfortable with myself and like, hey, this is what's going on. I don't feel so good about it, but let's work through this, and it's how I'm feeling, and let's just get through it. I'm not my penis, so guys aren't their penises. I really think trans men do have that advantage where we've had to develop our masculine identities and male identities or whatnot, our male gender. Use the STP and that my penis would be what I like it to be, but if that's my big thing, then I've got it pretty good. Like I've said, no man has the ideal penis, It's not what he wants it to be. It's not what society tells us. With society's so phallocentric, and it's just in everyone's face all the time, and it's like it's just too much. And I can see it kind of creates this culture of anxiety with men. They kind of have to be macho and prove themselves, when it's like being a man is really not just about having a dick. And women appreciate that there are men out there that want an emotional connection with them rather than just a sexual one, and that will value them for more than just their vaginas, because they value themselves than more than just their penises. So just want to put that out there. Love to hear from trans men, people that are not trans, born male. I have a pretty good gay male following. Just seeing how they feel about it. If you're non-trans, how would you feel having to deal with what an F to M does? Curious to get that other side and other F to M. If you'd like, post a video response. I'll put this video and the responses on my blog, and we can get some thoughts going. It's 8 p.m. and my parents are gonna be home soon, so I better go. Take care, everyone. Have a great weekend.